Last time in the Marvel Universe, Thor went to the future. Yeah, that was exciting. Anyway, welcome back to Marvel. We're going back to Strange Tales 103. Yeah, another Human Torch solo story. Human Torch faces his most fantastic peril when he finds himself prisoner of the fifth dimension, getting drowned. More water. Soon the Human Torch and his flame will be finished forever! Like other boys in Glenville, Johnny Storm is often late to school. Gotta hurry, I have a history test this first period. But unlike other boys, Johnny has a fantastic means of transformation. All it changes as soon as I'm out of sight, even though you you're in your house, so what the yeah, he's an idiot. Also everyone knows it's a great enemy, so it's kinda stupid. Moments later in desert alleyway, flame on! Prisoner of the fifth dimension, starring the Human Torch. Look, it's the Human Torch! All land in those woods behind the school where no one could see me change back into Johnny Storm. The plot by Stanley, script by Larry Lieber, which explains a lot. Art by Jack Kirby and inking by Dick Ayers. Oh, layering is by Art Simic. Not exactly sure how to say that. Later that day, Johnny overhears some interesting talk. They say that Bentley is the best house builder in the state. Yeah, then how come 3 of his homes have sunk into the ground? He was a fool to pick the swamp for his new housing development. And at that moment, another one sunk during the night. I don't understand it, Mr. Bentley. We filled in the plot with hard steel to support the house. We figured out everything perfectly. The house shouldn't have sunk, but it did. The question is, why? What went wrong? I'll tell you what happened. It's the swamp demons that done it. This is their home, and they don't like you knocking down their trees and destroying their swamp. So they're getting even. Swamp demons? What kind of nonsense is that? Tain't nonsense, it's true. And if you know what's good for y'all, y'all leave while you still can. Bah, we had enough troubles about listening to some simple farmer. And so the old man's warning is ignored, for swampland is the cheapest land to build on, and George Bentley is turned to complete his project quickly. Reinforce the plot with double amount of hard soil. Right, we'll make that ground strong enough to support a skyscraper. But that night, after the workmen have left, so they continue to build, we must teach them another lesson. These guys are idiots. And the following day, it's happened again. Another house sunk. It isn't possible. We took every conceivable precaution. I warned you. I told you to leave. The swamp demons would never let you build here. I'm almost beginning to believe that old crackpot. Well, I'm not ready to buy superstitious nonsense. Come on, let's check over the plans again. Meanwhile, Giant Storm has contacted the leader of the Fantastic Four. According to my finding, there was no natural reason for those houses to sink. I suspect sabotage. Why does Giant Storm care about this? Because he likes to support the big man. We'll have to investigate further by yourself, for Sue, the Thing, and I are busy with another case. And so minutes later, well, why would he even care in the first place? Like, seriously, they're Fantastic Four. Yo, Johnny, we were gonna do some Fantastic Four stuff while you deal with his house sinking for some reason. The guy who just built another plot land, he's an idiot. I know there's been sabotage, but you really should say, well, this is happening all the time. He doesn't know that. Dude, go the land's bad, but he's being an idiot. And so minutes later, the youthful adventurer appears on the scene. Look, it's the Human Torch. I heard of the trouble you've been having. Maybe I can discover what's behind it. Boy, we sure can use some help. I'll look under the marsh. It's easy for me to burn right through the soft, swampy ground. Still seems hard enough, and there's nothing here that could have pulled the house down. After a thorough but futile search, I'm afraid I'm as baffled as you are. I'll tell you, it's the curse of the swamp demons. You can't see them, but they're all over the place. That night, Giant Storm returns to the swamp. Demons, huh? Well, I'll find it out. If I have to hide here all night. Footsteps, someone's coming. It's the old man, and he's with, holy cow, what are they? Incredulously, Johnny watches one of the unhumans, interesting rays turn on a strange machine. It's getting off some kind of ray. The ray is affecting the ground. It's making it so soft that the house is sticking right through its supports. So that's how it happened. It is done now that I've turned off the electro gamma rays. The soil will return to normal. In the morning, the humans will be once more be at a loss to explain how their constructions sink. They're leaving now, but who are they? What's this all about? I got to follow them and find out. The one man has stopped, but the others are going on. Wait, something's happened to them. They're fading away. They're vanishing, melting into nothingness. A moment later, Johnny makes his appearance as a human torch. I don't know who those two were, but it's clear that you're in league with them. Now tell me what's behind all this, and skip the nonsense about swamp demons. So you saw them, did you? Very well then, it's no longer necessary for me to pretend. To be human? Now, my furry friend, I will give the commands. You're wasting your time. Bullets can't hurt me. They melt the instant they hit my flame. Ah, but this weapon doesn't shoot bullets. It shoots antimatter electrons, which convert ordinary air into a liquid chemical. Observe. Ah, my flame, it's going out. Now that I've extinguished your flame, I can easily destroy you. I have merely to press this button and my weapon will fire a lethal blast of electricity. But I won't do it, for I'll get other plans for you. Turn around and start walking. I'm still too wet to flame on again. I have to do what he says. Walk 3 steps to the left. That's it. Now 2 steps to the right. Fo- Following the alien's instruction, Johnny goes deeper into the swamp until suddenly, what's happening? I'm starting to vanish also. You are merely living your dimension of space and time. It entered mine. Trapped in another world. Part 2. Behold, the fifth dimension, and now I shall take you to our warlord, and claim the glory of your capture. Johnny soon brought before the Prime Minister of the Fifth Dimension, a sneering despot named Zemo. Ever since we discovered your world coexists beside ours, we have prepared to conquer it. Till we were ready, we had to prevent your race from stumbling upon the passageway in the swamp links these two worlds. That is why we had to keep you humans away from the swamp, while we could not allow a housing development there. As Johnny listens to the explanation, his eyes dart around. He knows that not all the onlookers seem pleased with his capture, especially one beautiful girl. Well, ain't that a kick in the pants? Ooh, I love alien babes, yeah! She's looking at me like she feels sorry for me. But then Zemu gives a command and Johnny is led away. Submerged in the liquid chemical, you will be unable to ever use your flame. You shall be kept here to show my people that I am more powerful than any foe, even the human torch. The device you're wearing will supply you with enough action to keep you alive, but you'll remain our helpless prisoner. Then, to make sure that Johnny can't escape, Zemo orders him chained to the tank. As the grim hours pass, Johnny's plight seems hopeless, but then at nightfall, it's the gorgeous gal that I saw before. She's coming this way. I've seen you many times, but never suspected that Valera, the proud and beautiful daughter of Phineas, would be interested in me. How can I resist one as handsome as you? But the thrilled guard is not long to enjoy his good fortune for a moment later. Look at my hypno ring. Watch it glisten. No, no, don't. Soon the guard is in a deep hypnotic sleep. You have done your task well. Hurry, father, free the human. That, that's it, Theos. Just a little more. Thank heavens you're all right. Yeah, thanks to you. Moments later, at the home of the liberators, there are many of the of supposed of there are many of us opposed to Zemo, but he has the support of the army. It is they who want to invade your dimension, while we are weak and too unorganized to stop them. If only you would help us. That's just what I intend to do, Zemo and his buddies are going to rue the day that they tangle with the Human Torch. But while Johnny plans his course of action, and after they hypnotized me, they freed the prisoner. We must recapture the torch at once. As for Phineas, his offspring shall pay for their defiance. Meanwhile, there's the arsenal where the weapons for the invasion are stored. If only there is some way for us to enter. There is. Watch! Flame on! This cold ray can freeze a human within seconds. We'll turn the human troops into immovable icemen. They won't stand a chance against us. Sorry to knock you off your cloud nine, but the party's over, chum. What? It's the prisoner. He's become a creature of fire. Summon rain and reinforcements quickly. As more guards arrive on the scene, time to head underground. And then we'll outside the arsenal. Ah, we have found the traitors. The torch must be nearby. Zimu! Meanwhile, as the torch blazes underground, he melts the foundation of the arsenal. Look, the walls are shaking. The floor is caving in. The whole building is collapsing. Flee! Flee! That finishes the arsenal. Now to wait. They're my friends. They're in trouble. Behold how helpless the traitors are against the pull of my magnets. Hear me well, Torch. Unless you extinguish your flame at once, my firing squad will slay your 3 co-conspirators. Again, Zemo, I have a lot of powers you don't know about. There's the power to create smokescreen. My eyes! I cannot see! Now, while they're busy, you're melting the magnet. I'll have you safely on the ground in no time. Oh, you're wonderful. The end of Zemo, Part 3. The powerful Zemo is not to be easily defeated so easily. Realizing the might of this fantastic foe, he sends the most potent weapons into the fray. You're a mighty foe, Torch, but even you can't withstand the onslaught of my fireproof giant tank corpse. That's what you think. I'll melt their bullets and shells as I did the magnets. But you want for the ammunition in the tanks has been coated with asbestos. Literally every human short story is going to mention asbestos. I was just kind of going along, it's just okay story, and then of course, I missed doing the old man voice, and then of course, asbestos. Asbestos is going to be every single issue, isn't it? Alright, let's get back into it. Solvent. It will not burn. This time, you're doomed, Torch. Later, the tank opens fire. If I can't melt their ammo, I'll defeat them another way. Holy crazy tornado. Okay, what can he not do? Flying in a circular motion as swiftly as he can, the torch creates a hot, swirling current of air, which soon kills up into a super tornado. Nothing made of mere metal can withstand the awesome force of a super twister. Control the blast so that it isn't pinpointed all of the... Well, I don't even know what he says there, so let's skip it. You defeated his tank corps, but Zemo still holds thousands of loyal troops stationed throughout the land. That guy was, I think that was even the guy. I just want to do the voice. I like doing that voice. The only way to topple his regime is to cause a general uprising. A revolution is the answer, but how can we spread the word to the masses? Zemo controls all the communication systems. There's one he doesn't control. Watch. Soaring high in the air, the torch blazes a much of fire across the sky. Arise, arise against tyranny. Defeat Zemo. Encouraged by the fiery plea for defiance, realizing that they have a superpower ally, people begin their revolt. Down with Zemo! Follow Flame Human! Strike for liberty! And like all just causes, it ends with a defeat of the Tartarian forces. Zemo! He's trying to escape. Before the old dictator can reach his escape ship, the torch imprisons him in a cage of fire. He doesn't look like much of a mess now, does he? Tyrants never do in the end. If only that fool had not captured the human torch. From now on, we'll live in peace as free men. Needless to say, there will be no invasion of your dimension. Though I would like to visit your world and to visit you. Well, sure, sometime. No, please don't go. Yet, please stay. There's so much I want to ask you and tell you. Never known anyone as wonderful as you. Thanks, Valeria. Valeria, I say the name. I wish I could remain here, but I can't. I must go home to my sister, to my friends. Farewell. Good luck, Torch. Torch, come back, come back. Perhaps you will return someday. Who can tell, dear? Woo, who ever thought that some sinking houses would lead to an adventure in another dimension? So Johnny adventure has ended, but for the next couple of weeks he has a tough time concentrating on his own world. Gosh, that Valeria was so beautiful I'd never be able to get her out of my mind. Johnny Storm, you paying attention to the lesson? You look as though you're in another world. Sorry, Mr. Harris, I must have been daydreaming. The world, I guess I'll never know how right he was. The This is the next Strange Tales, but I think next time we're going back to Ant-Man or Hulk. We'll see whatever we do next time. See you guys then.